You didn't come here to hear me. I was here for another event. Some folks that were coming here were gracious enough to invite me. It's truly an honor, not only for us as the Commonwealth to fund this venture, but just for me personally. For some of you, you may be aware of this is the first political job I've ever had. I'm an entrepreneur. And I've either personally started or been the initial seed capital for more than 10 different companies. And some of which have gone nowhere, and some of which have had 9-figure exits. So the reality is you don't know what the next great idea is. And while this room is fairly full, and it's not completely packed, I would say to those of you that are going to be presenting, who I think are down in this section, bring your A game. Bring a passion and bring a sense of urgency, because you don't, and for those of you, there are people in this room that could literally take you to whatever next level you would want to go to or could go to, and know that. Regardless of whether you think they're here or not, there are people who, both individually and are members of groups, that could write any check you would need to get to the next level. And so have passion. Rico and I, we were talking about this. If you don't believe in your company, who's going to believe in your company? The reality is, if you don't have a sense of urgency and passion, who's going to believe it? And so I would say to those of you as well, for some of you that come thinking you're going to hear the next whatever, I don't even want to say a name because, the reality is it might be one of these companies. I would encourage you to be open-minded. Some of you have capital to invest. Some of you believe in this community, believe in this Commonwealth, believe in this region. But you're keeping your powder dry. I would encourage you, don't keep your powder dry. Put your capital at risk. Be thoughtful, be mindful, but put your capital at risk. The answer to where you can get that ROI might be in one of these next 6 presentations. It may not be. But I would say this, there's sometimes the most unexpected places. And if you're not going to invest now, when? What are you waiting for? The Commonwealth needs it. We're creating an environment in which you're going to have a better opportunity than ever before to see your capital grow. We're creating an environment in which it's going to be more and more possible for there to be a good return. But I would encourage you to hear these folks out. I understand this is going to be live streamed, and I'm going to try to watch this as I'm driving out of here to my next appointment. I wasn't, again, expecting to be here, but I'm so grateful for the chance to be. I'm grateful that the Commonwealth can come alongside. And I want to leave both you as presenters and you as potential investors, and you also as levers. Because all of you, whether you're here to invest or just to support and listen, you know people. Go out of here. Don't keep a secret what you've heard here. There was a company that I heard some years ago. They were in a very early seed stage round. The fellow who was at that time their CEO, who had retired as an executive with a large company right across the river and was serving as an interim CEO for this company, told me tonight, he's not in that capacity now, he said that was make or break for us. I was one of the very first investors because I heard this company and I believed in the guy who had started it. I believed in his passion. I believed in his enthusiasm. And so I invested in this company. They actually just completed another $6 million round and are taking themselves to another level. Again, whether it becomes everything everybody hopes for, time will tell, but they are well on their way. Mine is now just a tiny little piece of that company. It was once a much bigger piece, but that's the whole point. And I would just simply say to this in closing to all of you, the guy that invented the very light bulbs under which I'm blinking right now, Thomas Edison, said most people in life miss opportunity because it usually shows up in overalls and looks like hard work. That's true. That's true. You're about to hear 6 people who are going to come up here, at least figuratively, in overalls. Your determination is to decide which of them will work hard enough to help make their opportunities come true. Thank you so much.